This is News 3 Now, live at 4, moving forward.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Live at 4 on this Friday. A woman is dead after what police are calling a homicide on Madison's northeast side.
Her body was found after police say the suspect turned himself in this morning. Our Maddie Himes was on scene today and joins us now with details. Maddie?
Yeah, Susan, Eric, we actually just got word of that suspect's name just moments ago here in the newsroom. Just before 9 this morning, Terrence Davis, a 42-year-old male, the suspect, told police that he had injured the victim overnight. He then told police she was likely dead, which led them to her apartment for a welfare check. There, they forced entry into the victim's unit and found her body. The suspect is in custody, and police say there is no threat to the public at this time. Police Chief Sean Barnes says the suspect and the victim were in a domestic relationship. According to police, the two got into an argument that eventually led to her death.
We're trying to determine motive, what led to the altercation, what weapon he used, and all that information we will believe will be forthcoming because, again, he came in, he turned himself in, and he's fully cooperating with our detectives at this time.
The cause of death is currently unknown. The medical examiner is investigating. This is the third homicide reported in Madison this year. Chief Barnes says the Madison Police Department is currently restructuring their investigative services to provide more support to victims of domestic violence. We'll continue to provide updates on this ongoing investigation on channel3000.com.
Maddie, thank you. 3 Baraboo police officers are under administrative investigation following allegations that they were affiliated with a drug dealer.
Armand Rahman joins us now with more details on this case. Armand?
Yes, Eric and Susan, authorities have not released the names of the police officers. It started earlier this week when Sauk County deputies executed 3 different search warrants in the Baraboo area in connection with an ongoing investigation into the distribution of cocaine and other drugs. Sauk County deputies arrested a 37-year-old Baraboo man on Tuesday, seizing drugs, guns, and other evidence during those 3 searches. On the same day, Baraboo Police Chief Rob Sinden was told that 3 Baraboo officers were allegedly affiliated with the man. As a result of the allegations, an administrative investigation is underway, and 1 officer was placed on administrative leave. And the Wisconsin DOJ's Department of Criminal Investigation is also looking into this incident and the alleged drug sales. We're not naming the suspect because he has not been formally charged at this time.
We'll continue to follow it, Armand. Thank you. To weather now. Is it humid enough for you? It is a bad hair day today. It is sticky out there. Alex Harrington is on the road today. He's in Mineral Point. Hi, Alex. Where are you?
He's singing the blues.
Hey there, Susan. Yes, it is a humid day out here in Mineral Point, and that's why I'm wearing my hat so I don't have to worry about my hair. I could say it's the calm before the storm here in Mineral Point, but it's really the calm before the show. Their annual Mineral Point Blues Fest starts at 7 o'clock, and it is likely going to be a very nice evening. Just a couple showers out there right now, isolated thunderstorm. We just had one here momentarily ago, but I don't want that to stop you from coming down to Mineral Point for their Blues Festival this evening. Let's take a look at Radar 3000 right now. We'll focus on Mineral Point. There's nothing in Mineral Point now, but we did just have a brief heavy shower across the rest of southern Wisconsin. You see those scattered showers and a couple of isolated thunderstorms. But as we zoom out a little bit more and look at the rest of southern Wisconsin and look at future track, watch as we move through the evening. Scattered showers and thunderstorms. 1 or 2 of these storms could be on the strong side, but as we get towards 7 o'clock, the showers start to push towards Madison and points towards the east, which would leave for more of a dry evening here in southwestern Wisconsin in Mineral Point. And fast forwarding for the rest of the weekend, in case you're wondering, there are a lot of activities going on this weekend. Saturday is going to be a warm one with highs near 80, slight chance of a storm. A little warmer on Sunday, highs near 80. Coming up in Maine Weather, we're going to talk to Nancy Lyon a little bit about the history here of Mineral Point Blues Fest, which again starts 7 o'clock. Back to you in the air-conditioned studio.
All right, Alex, thank you. Now to campaign 2024 coverage. Vice President nominee for the GOP, J.D. Vance, back in Wisconsin again just hours ago.
He spoke to law enforcement at Milwaukee's Police Association. Our Tanisha Shaw was there and has this report.
VP nominee J.D. Vance in Milwaukee today, touting support he received from local law enforcement. This is his 3rd trip to battleground Wisconsin within the last month. Today, he had an intimate conversation with law enforcement before stepping to the podium.
So I talked to one sheriff who lives about an hour away from downtown Milwaukee. And even though he lives an hour away from downtown Milwaukee, he has Mexican drug cartel members who have been doing business, selling drugs, and harming the citizens of his community.
Vance is referring to Dodge County Sheriff Dale Schmidt. The sheriff says he supports the Trump-Vance campaign because they prioritize safety.
People are dying because of the drugs coming across that border, and we need somebody to close the border and make sure that people that are coming across into our country are doing so not only legally, but without smuggling all of these poisons into our community.
That was Tanisha Shaw reporting. After the senator's visit, the Milwaukee Police Association endorsed the Trump-Vance campaign via Twitter. Well, in the battleground state of North Carolina, Vice President Kamala Harris announced how she plans to tackle corporate price gouging if elected president.
But former President Trump is claiming her proposals are price fixing while calling her a communist. Willie James Inman has the latest from Washington.
In her first policy speech since becoming the Democratic Party's presidential nominee, Vice President Kamala Harris acknowledged the toll of inflation on America's middle class and proposed what she calls an opportunity economy.
An economy where everyone can compete and have a real chance to succeed.
She's calling for the first ever federal ban on price gouging for food and groceries, new policies to spur home building, including offering up to $25,000 for first-time homebuyers to use as a down payment, and an expansion of the child tax credit, providing as much as $6,000 to families with newborn children. In a statement, former President Donald Trump said the proposals amount to price fixing, calling her Comrade Kamala and a full communist. At a news conference Thursday, he blamed Harris and Democratic legislation for rising costs.
She cast the tie-breaking votes that caused record inflation. She cast the votes.
Price gouging is already illegal, and Harris's proposals get mixed reviews from economists. They would also need congressional approval. Trump, meantime, is now facing fresh backlash for praising a wealthy donor at an event Thursday night. He compared the Congressional Medal of Honor to the Presidential Medal of Freedom that he bestowed upon Miriam Adelson in 2018.
It's actually much better because everyone gets the Congressional Medal of Honor. That's soldiers. They're either in very bad shape because they've been hit so many times by bullets, or they're dead. She gets it, and she's a healthy, beautiful woman.
Trump's running mate defended him Friday.
I don't think him complimenting and saying a nice word about a person who received the Presidential Medal of Freedom is in any way denigrating those who received military honors.
Trump's campaign suggested his comments were misinterpreted. Willie James Inman, CBS News, the White House.
And the Secret Service has announced it will now provide protection for its former director who resigned last month following the attempted assassination of former President Trump. Sources tell CBS News hostile individuals have approached her.
And News 3 Now will be at the Democratic National Convention next week. We'll have team coverage each day starting Monday morning on News 3 Now. Madison Housing Week kicks off tomorrow and it runs through the 22nd.
It's put on by the Madison Housing Coalition with a series of events to address issues surrounding housing. Our Ellie La Liberté breaks down what the week will address.
Housing shortages make it difficult to find housing and can make it more expensive, and Madison is no exception. For the past 15 years, the city has been growing faster than infrastructure can keep up with. Organizers of Housing Week say Dane County could be facing a housing shortage of almost 140,000 units by 2024. One demographic impacted by a lack of housing is retirees. The American Association of Retired Persons in Wisconsin recommends moving into middle housing, like multi-unit homes, to help.
You could actually free up that larger home for somebody who needs it, but then you can maintain all your social connections, familiarity in the neighborhood. And we just don't have those options. And Madison is not unique in this. We just don't have them anywhere. And we need to start having those conversations.
Some of the events that are taking place this week include meetings on housing equity, a walking tour of some multi-housing units, and a Q&A on creating affordable housing. The coalition says that the bottom line is that more affordable housing options are needed across the state. The hope is that this week will bring awareness.
Ellie, thank you. Now, this is the first time this week has been hosted. You can find more information on the events at MadisonHousingWeek.com.
Coming up, CBS congressional correspondent Scott McFarland shares his thoughts on Wisconsin's Senate and congressional races.
And Ernesto gaining strength. It is now a Category 2 hurricane where it's heading. The Live at 4 continues.
Kamala Harris has taken on gang members to get justice for victims, taken on big banks to pay back people they ripped off, taken on drug companies to cap insulin at $35. Now she's running to take on greedy corporations who jack up prices to lower everyday costs for working families. They're spending millions on ads attacking her because she'd be a president who fights for you. FFPAC's responsible for the content of this ad.
Right now, we're running our 60-60-60 sale. So when you purchase your new concrete coating, you get a $60 Visa gift card plus either 60% off installation or 60-month no-interest financing. This is one of our best deals of the year, so visit our website or call the number for your new floor today.
My mental health was better, but uncontrollable movements called TD, tardive dyskinesia, started disrupting my day.
TD felt embarrassing. I felt like disconnecting. I asked my doctor about treating my TD and learned about Ingrezza.
Ingrezza is clinically proven for reducing TD. Most people saw results in just 2 weeks. People taking Ingrezza can stay on most mental health meds. #1 prescribed Ingrezza has simple dosing for TD. Always 1 pill once daily. Ingrezza can cause depression, suicidal thoughts, or actions in patients with Huntington's disease. Pay close attention to and call your doctor if you become depressed, have sudden changes in mood, behaviors, feelings, or have thoughts of suicide. Don't take Ingrezza if you're allergic to its ingredients. Ingrezza may cause serious side effects including angioedema, potential heart rhythm problems, and abnormal movements. Report fevers, stiff muscles, or problems thinking, as these may be life-threatening. Sleepiness is the most common side effect.
Take control by asking your doctor about Ingrezza.
Get an 11% rebate at Menards. Beat the heat and save big money on over 40 in-stock ceiling fans under $100. Plus, an 11% rebate. This Hunter low-profile ceiling fan is available in 3 finishes and $79.99 after rebate. Come check out our big selection. Ceiling fans save on energy costs year-round while making your space comfortable. This quick install Tisbury 2 ceiling fan is available in 2 finishes and $84.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Wood decks can require hours of tedious maintenance every year. Our decks outlast wood 3 to 1 and are virtually maintenance-free. And all of our decks are backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. This month, you can save $1,000 on your new deck project. Visit the website or call the number for your new deck today.
Kamala Harris has spent decades fighting violent crime. As a border state prosecutor, she took on drug cartels and jailed gang members for smuggling weapons and drugs across the border. As vice president, she backed the toughest border control bill in decades. And as president, she will hire thousands more border agents and crack down on fentanyl and human trafficking. Fixing the border is tough. So is Kamala Harris.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
President Biden signed a proclamation establishing the site of the Springfield, Illinois race riot as a national monument.
It preserves some of the land where a horrific attack took place in the black community over 3 days back in 1908, just blocks from Abraham Lincoln's home. A white mob lynched 2 black men and destroyed homes and businesses. The National Guard was sent in to stop the riots, which ended 116 years ago today. The tragedy spurred civil rights leaders to form the NAACP just a few months later.
We're allowing history to be written what happened. So our children, our grandchildren, everybody understands what happened and what can still happen.
A memorial at the site features sculptures that show 2 charred chimneys rising from the smoldering rubble of burned out buildings. President Biden's proclamation comes just a few weeks since the fatal police shooting of Sonia Massey, a 36-year-old black woman from Springfield.
Hurricane Ernesto has now strengthened to a Category 2 storm as it prepares to thrash Bermuda this weekend. The National Weather Service says Ernesto could actually grow in intensity and then weaken as it approaches Bermuda. It's expected to reach the archipelago Saturday, where forecasters say it could drop up to 15 inches of rain in some spots. People there are hastily doing whatever they can to prepare their homes as the storm approaches.
We're bringing it down the hill so we can board up the windows on the south side so when the wind comes, it doesn't break the glass.
Ernesto dropped heavy rain over Puerto Rico and left hundreds of thousands on the island without power or water. The storm is expected to create dangerous surf and rip currents up and down the East Coast this weekend.
Let's get a look at our first warned forecast. Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington joining us live, singing the blues down in Mineral Point this weekend. Alex.
Yeah. Yes, we're live here at Mineral Point. Mineral Point's annual Blues Roots Festival. It starts at 7 o'clock tonight. And we just had a shower here, but I'm here with Nancy Lyon, and it doesn't matter. If there's rain, the show goes on, right?
That is correct. We will be here, and there's plenty of tent space for people to sit under, so it's not a problem.
And this is not the first blues festival. We've had a couple of these, correct? Tell us about the history.
Okay. The Blues Fest is a brainchild, I guess you could say, of the Mineral Point Historical Society. This is our 5th year. We started it as a fundraiser for the society to help us take care of our property here and be part of the Mineral Point community. And here we are 5 years later.
Fantastic. And 6 bands, I understand, correct? Tonight and tomorrow, right?
That's correct. Tonight we have 2 bands. We end at 10 o'clock, so there's plenty of time for you to get in your car and come down. And then tomorrow we open the gates at 2:30. Music starts at 3:30 and goes until 10.
And it's not just music. We also have food. I had a light lunch today. Tell us about our food vendors.
We have some fantastic food. We have Swaggit down from Madison selling their Indian cuisine. We have a relatively new vendor that's Southside Smoke, fantastic barbecue. They were here last year. We have Pointer Cafe and Cafe 43, and there's a new ice cream shop in Mineral Point, and they're here as well.
So plenty of options for food down here as well, along with the music. Thanks so much, Nancy.
You bet. Thank you.
Yep. Now I got to do the forecast. I'm trying to do some. Put a good order in here to get these showers out here. So let's do the weather here. Let's take a look at channel 3000's radar 3000 right now. There's that shower right now over Mineral Point. And we can do this live with our technology. Isn't that nifty? Showing the rest of the showers and a couple isolated thunderstorms over southwestern Wisconsin. The rest of southern Wisconsin, there will be shower and thunderstorm activity expected for tonight. But Future Track shows, and this is good news here in southwestern Wisconsin for the Blues Festival, as we move through the evening, those showers push off towards the east, allowing for dry time here in southwestern Wisconsin. Right around 7 o'clock is when that dry time will start here in Mineral Point. So shower and thunderstorm activity this evening. 1 or 2 of these storms could be on the stronger side. Temperatures are comfortable out here. The humidity, it's up there just a little bit, but the temperatures themselves pretty good. So it's overall very, very comfortable for a wonderful evening here in Mineral Point. We got 77 in Madison, 84 in Verona, and 86 right now in Edgerton, out ahead of these showers and thunderstorms. Planning the rest of the night tonight, temperatures dipping down into the 60s. We will have fog developing a little bit later tonight in southern Wisconsin, and then fast forwarding beyond the chance of an isolated strong storm or two tonight, we do have another chance of thunderstorms as we go on into Saturday. But good news, that chance is isolated for much of southern Wisconsin. There you see that at 4 or 5 o'clock, maybe an isolated shower or storm over southwestern Wisconsin, but most places staying dry. Also, we have the Agora Art Fair tomorrow morning. I will be live tomorrow morning, and it's looking like a wonderful day overall for that event, too. Following that isolated storm chance, tomorrow, a beautiful forecast as we go out through the rest of the week. So come on down here to Mineral Point for the Blues Festival. It starts at 7 o'clock. Back to you folks in the studio.
All right, Alex, thank you. The race to control the U.S. House and Senate is heating up, and Wisconsin, of course, will play a critical role.
With only 80 days to go now until Election Day, we talked to CBS News congressional correspondent Scott McFarland about how what happens in our state could change the landscape on Capitol Hill come November, beginning with the race between Tammy Baldwin and Eric Hovde.
Now, Wisconsin isn't the only place fixated on this race. All of Washington, D.C. is as well, because the balance of power in the U.S. Senate could hinge on the results of whether Senator Baldwin wins re-election. That's why there's going to be so much money pumped into Wisconsin. That's why we're all going to see so many advertisements about this race in the coming weeks and coming months. It's viewed as competitive, as a battleground race, just like Wisconsin itself is viewed as a battleground race. That's why there are House races we're watching closely in Wisconsin, too, with the narrow margins of majority for Republicans in the U.S. House. All told, this is going to be the epicenter of the 2024 election. You're feeling it. You're sensing it already. It was before President Biden showed up in Madison on July 5th. It has been since, and it will be through November 5th. And I think one of the more fundamental issues here is Republicans are going to have to eventually pick their spots. Where are they going to flood the zone with money? And they're going to read those polls in Wisconsin to see if it remains a worthy place or if they want to do triage and send that money perhaps eventually elsewhere, to Michigan, to Pennsylvania, Ohio, or Montana.
You mentioned the House. In our 3rd congressional district here, just 3 days ago, a relative unknown, Rebecca Cook, won the Democratic primary to face Republican Congressman Derek Van Orden. What's at stake there?
Yeah, it's a competitive race, and Democrats are bullish on their prospects of taking out Congressman Van Orden. There's also a more fundamental premise in these House races, the 435 House races across the country, that the best chance for the opposing party to oust an incumbent is likely early on. It's the congressman's first term. They're going to kind of seem to move mountains to try to oust him now versus letting him stay here longer and get more entrenched. You're going to see that in other states as well. There are an awful lot of congressional freshmen in states like New York, in California, and we already see, according to our latest CBS News reporting, both parties putting bodies and money on the ground in those states, in addition to Wisconsin, trying to oust some of those first-term Republicans in an effort to swing the balance of power to Democrats. It really is a narrow margin in the House, and every seat counts.
Vice President Harris is leaving the Democratic National Convention on day 2 to hold a rally an hour down the road in Milwaukee. What does that say about the importance of winning Wisconsin?
It's striking, but it's no surprise. Every square inch now is a battlefield politically between now and November 5th. And you can see as the convention goes on, they want to double their resources and amplify their message. And having the vice president in Milwaukee, an epicenter of where they think they need to win, is telling. They want to get more bang for the buck. And I think you'll also see other things added to the calendar between now and then. Look for things in Pennsylvania, potentially something in Michigan, but it speaks volumes that they've already announced, pre-announced, what they hope is a high-profile campaign stop in Milwaukee.
80 days to go. I'm sure you're counting. Scott McFarland, thank you so much for your time. Great to talk to you.
And coming up, we're going to Brady Mallory as we try to stuff the bus.
We'll tell you how your contributions can make a huge difference for students as we get ready to start a new school year. A live report when Live at 4 continues.
She grew up in a middle-class home. She was the daughter of a working mom, and she worked at McDonald's while she got her degree. Kamala Harris knows what it's like to be middle class. It's why she's determined to lower healthcare costs and make housing more affordable. Donald Trump has no plan to help the middle class, just more tax cuts for billionaires. Being president is about who you fight for, and she's fighting for people like you.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Service and savings. It's Woodman's.
Hi, we're the Woodmans. I'm Clint.
I'm Phil, saving you huge money on facial tissue.
Fiora facial tissue, 3 packs for $2.89 or 4 packs for $3.29.
Ay caramba, hot prices on facial tissue.
$2.89, $3.29.
Fiora is top quality, half the price of national brands.
Better products, better prices, better service because we're employee-owned.
It's Woodman's.
News 3 Now, in partnership with the Boys and Girls Club, is collecting school supplies for area students, and we need your help. Drop off school supplies at any of our Dane County locations from now until August 16th, or make a monetary donation at channel3000.com. Thank you for helping hundreds of youth by making a generous donation to the News 3 Now Back to School Supply Drive. Sponsored by Metcalf's Market, Lamer's Bus Line, and Midwest Financial Group.
When a crane collapsed during construction of a Major League sports stadium, 3 workers lost their lives. Their widows called us. When maintenance workers were permanently injured by an industrial accident at a public utilities power plant, the 7 injured workers called us. When a factory exploded, injuring dozens of workers, 18 victims, including all 3 families of men who lost their lives, called us. Because Wisconsinites know who to call when it's a must-win scenario. They call Habish, Habish & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
I became a nurse to make lives better. Today, that's hard to do because of the open border. I've seen firsthand the damage that Kamala Harris caused as our country's borders are. Hospitals everywhere are overwhelmed, and American patients are paying the price. My patients are covering the healthcare costs for people here illegally while their own care is jeopardized. Kamala Harris is weak and dangerous.
Preserve America PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Are your home's tired, leaky gutters saying, rain, rain, go away? Is your basement at risk of flooding? To the rescue, Fry Construction and our Absolute Gutters. Our gutters are custom fabricated on-site for a perfect, seamless fit that's engineered to excel. Wishing for a break in the clouds? How about a sunny 29% discount on our Absolute Gutter System? To get this great deal, visit fryconstruction.com today to schedule your roof or siding replacement.
Well, we're in the final push today of the News 3 Now Back to School Drive.
That's right. We're partnering with the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County to stuff the bus, filling a school bus with donated school supplies. Brady Mallory at Metcalf's Hilldale, and he joins us now with an update. Brady?
Hello. Yeah, I bet you're wondering, what's Brady doing on a school bus? Don't worry, I'm not taking a second job. I won't be driving anyone to school. I'm not going back to school. I'm here for a much better reason. We want to help kids have the best school year as possible, so we have our Stuff the Bus campaign with the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County. And I'm here with my friend Renee Sigel to talk to us about how everything's been going. How is it going?
Great. Hi, Brady. Thanks for having us. It's going really great. This bus only has 2 empty seats in the back. Yeah.
That's a great feeling. How does that feel?
It feels amazing. The community definitely stepped up and came through to fill this bus.
Yeah, and so I have some of these supplies here, if I can hand that to you. So what do we have so far?
Well, we got some hand sanitizer. Very, very important. Yep. Highlighters. We know students love those, different colors. Wow, there is a whole treasure trove in here. We've got pencils, pens, markers, some paper, some notebooks, all the stuff.
So what happens now? How is this going to make a difference for, kids who might need this stuff?
Yeah, great question. So you can actually come and get your own shopping experience for back to school on August 22nd at any one of our clubs, all 4 of them here in Dane County, between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m.
How satisfying is it to see people come out and try to make a difference? Everyone cares about their community, and that's nice to see.
Yeah, absolutely. I know there are so many back to school events that are happening in our community right now, and it really is obvious that the community is coming together to make sure that our students have a successful start of the school year.
It's wonderful. So this kind of wraps it up for our Stuff the Bus campaign. If people want to donate somehow, and maybe not even school supplies, what can they do?
Yeah, there's absolutely still time. You can check out our website. A monetary donation is absolutely welcomed and encouraged. And if you have some supplies that you still want to drop off, we're going to be here for a little bit longer. So if you want to try to beat the traffic and get here, come on down. Otherwise, you're welcome to drop the supplies at any of our 4 local clubs.
Very good. Thank you for all the work that you've been doing to help make this a good school year for all.
Absolutely. Our pleasure.
All right. That's it. Again, you can find out more information on our website, channel3000.com, if you still want to help. A big thank you to everyone who took the time to come out here and to donate. So I guess I have to go back to the studio now, and I'll just take this. Is that okay?
Don't drive the bus.
Back to you.
Only 2 seats left in the very back.
Fill it.
That's great. Let's fill it up.
That's
you
right.
bet. Well, still ahead tonight at 4, you may have heard about recent changes to the way commission is structured for real estate transactions.
We'll take a closer look at how those changes may impact buyers and sellers next at 4.
Before she was the most liberal U.S. senator, Kamala Harris was the liberal San Francisco prosecutor, the most progressive in all of California. She let an MS-13 gang member go, who then murdered a father and his 2 sons. She agreed to release another felon, who then committed murder. And Kamala even protected illegal alien drug dealers so they could escape deportation. Kamala Harris, a dangerous San Francisco liberal. Make America Great Again, Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Okay, guys, we're all here because US Cellular has an incredible deal. Right now, you can get 4 lines for just $90.
Sorry, just double checking. Is it really that good of a deal?
Yeah. It's a huge deal. You also get 4 free phones of your choice.
4 free phones! Wow, I just triple checked and that's awesome.
So go get that deal. Or at least help me clip. Do you check the expiration dates?
Oh, I can do that.
Great.
Get 4 free phones of your choice with no trade-in needed, plus 4 lines for $90.
Some lucky fan will win 4 Packers season tickets for 1 year, all because of Packers scratch games from the Wisconsin Lottery.
But who will it be?
This could be Debbie's year.
That looks like someone who could win up to $50,000 in instant cash prizes.
But don't count out Tim.
Maybe he'll win one of the MVP tailgate experiences.
Then there's Raymond.
Legend.
4 Packers season tickets for 1 year could be his.
Or yours.
Ticket prices range from $1 to $10, available at Wisconsin Lottery retailers.
Mark, a little help here?
Oh, keep it down. The noise is making them angry.
Whoa. Hey, I'm not a beekeeper, but I can replace these windows fast.
Let Feldco be the experts in your home renewal. Right now, buy one window and you'll get one free. Plus, no interest until 2026. And we'll get it done Feldco fast.
Buy one window, get one free, and soon. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
I'm Tammy Baldwin. I approve this message.
I'm the proud son of a single mom.
My mom worked nights to provide for us.
My mom worked 80 hours a week.
But Eric Hovde thinks if you have a single mom, you're going to be poor or a drug addict?
That is a direct path to a life of poverty. It leads to higher drug rate.
That just shows Eric Hovde is ignorant.
Come on, I'm successful today because of my mom.
I learned my work ethic from my mom, my single mom.
What is wrong with this guy?
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Let's take a look outside on this Friday afternoon. Nice weather ahead are the weather words today.
And Alex is joining us now. The closer look at that forecast. He is live at the Blues Fest down in Mineral Point tonight. Alex?
Eric, Susan, Southern Wisconsin, Mineral Point's Blues Fest starts at 7 o'clock. I need to look at my clock here. So just under 3 hours. I was saying earlier, we had a couple showers, and it's the calm before the storm, but it's really the calm before the show that starts at 7 o'clock. And the show is not the only attractions here at Mineral Point. We've got a whole host of food vendors. My stomach is growling immensely. We've got Indian cuisine, we've got ice cream, we've got barbecue. So not only do we have the Blues Festival starting at 7 o'clock, plenty of food, so come on down to Mineral Point. And the showers that we were dodging here earlier have since moved off towards the east. Let's take a look at radar 3000 right now. We're focused right in on Mineral Point. No green, no yellows, no reds. That means there's no showers and storms right now in Mineral Point. Those showers we had have pushed off towards the east, and now they're heading towards Dane County, down towards Lafayette County, and we should start to see here in southwest Wisconsin an overall trend towards less and less showers. And once we get to 7, 8 o'clock at night, we lose the heating of the day, and that's the fuel for these showers and storms. That future track is also showing pushing off towards the east, pushing east of Madison once we start getting towards that 8, 9 o'clock hour. We do have a nice weekend ahead. There are other festivities. The Agora Art Fair comes to mind. I'll be there tomorrow morning. Got a nice day here for the Blues Festival in Mineral Point. Just an isolated chance of a thunderstorm in the afternoon. Comfortable temperatures near 80 degrees and a nice Sunday ahead with temperatures near 80 as well. I'll send things back to you folks in Madison from Mineral Point.
All right, Alex, thank you. 3 Baraboo police officers are under administrative investigation following allegations that they were affiliated with a drug dealer.
Sauk County deputies arrested a 37-year-old Baraboo man on Tuesday as part of an investigation into the suspected sale of cocaine and other drugs. Investigators seized drugs, guns, and other evidence during 3 searches in the area. On the same day, Chief Rob Sinden was told that 3 Baraboo officers were allegedly affiliated with the man. As a result of the allegations, an administrative investigation is underway, and 1 officer was placed on administrative leave. The names of the officers involved were not released.
Madison police are investigating a homicide near East Washington Avenue in the 1600 block of Schmiedemann Avenue. The 42-year-old man came to the police department this morning to report he had injured someone overnight and that person was likely dead. Madison police then went to the apartment, forced entry for a welfare check, and that's when police found the body of a woman inside. That man is now in custody, and Police Chief Sean Barnes said the 2 had a domestic relationship, and the suspect injured the woman after an argument. He said the suspect is fully cooperating now with that investigation. And a man who was shot by police during an altercation at a Fitchburg apartment Monday has died. That's according to the Department of Justice. The 28-year-old man died at a hospital yesterday afternoon. Officers were called to the Whispering Pines condominium Monday morning following a 911 hang-up. Officers allegedly found a couple having a fight. Police say the man was armed with a knife and charged at officers, at which point one officer fired his weapon and struck the man.
4 people and their pets are without a home this afternoon after a possible electrical fire. Madison crews were called to Balsam Road near Meadowwood Park just before noon today after a resident woke up to the sound of a smoke alarm. The person grabbed their 3 dogs and got out of the house. The Madison Fire Department investigative team says several electronics and cords were found near the fire start area, believing that the cause could be a short in one of the electrical components. Damages are estimated at $75,000.
Well, stocks closed higher again today. The Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 96.7, almost 97 points to close the week. The Nasdaq up 37 and change. S&P also up 11 points. Now, starting tomorrow, new rules go into effect that'll shake up the way that homes are bought and sold all across the U.S.
That means home buyers could pay lower commissions to realtors. Jolene Kent explains.
Buyers, sellers, and agents are all going to be feeling the effects of this settlement starting this weekend. And the idea here is to increase transparency after a major antitrust lawsuit. Now, first, you're going to see a big shift in agent commissions. Real estate agents normally charge 5 to 6% commission, and they would split that now with the buyer's agent that is typically paid by those selling the home. Now, under this new rule, buyers and sellers will now have the opportunity to negotiate costs with their respective agents. That means buyers may pay the commission fee to their real estate agents. There are also changes when it comes to listing a home for sale on the MLS, the multiple listing service. That's that ubiquitous tool that helps real estate professionals share and learn about properties. Agents will no longer be allowed to use the service to offer to pay a commission to agents representing potential home buyers. They will also be required to remove all broker compensation fields. Now, you might remember, why did this all happen? Back in March, the National Association of Realtors announced that these rules were going to be part of a landmark $418 million settlement to end an antitrust lawsuit. The association was challenged over allegedly forcing sellers to pay up to a 6% realtor commission in which they allegedly drove up home prices. But the idea here is to reduce costs and make it more transparent, but also increase commitments to real estate agents out there when it comes to buying and selling homes. Jolene Kent, CBS News, Los Angeles.
There's plenty of new streaming options for viewing this weekend.
When we come back, Will Loper has his top 3 recommendations. That's when Live at 4 continues.
Sanctuary cities protect illegal immigrant criminals from being deported, like an illegal immigrant arrested for battery in Madison. Instead of being deported, he was released and went on to assault several more women, including a 13-year-old girl. Senator Tammy Baldwin voted 9 times to support federal funding for sanctuary cities that release dangerous illegals back onto our streets. And Baldwin voted for amnesty for 11 million illegals, including criminals. Tell Senator Baldwin, stop protecting illegal immigrants and start protecting Wisconsin.
Fjords has been crafting beautifully designed functional furniture since 1941. Every aspect of Fjords furniture has been carefully engineered to create a higher level of relaxation. Visit the Century House today and view our extensive lineup. Experience the unmatched relaxation you can only achieve in Fjords furniture. Relaxation made beautiful. Visit the Century House at 3420 University Avenue in Madison or online at centuryhouseinc.com.
At Machinery Row Bicycles, you'll find Wisconsin's largest selection of tandems, bicycles built for 2, from Trek, Schwinn, Cannondale, and CoMotion USA. CoMotion tandems can be individually customized, including a coupling system that allows for easy traveling with your personalized tandem. Machinery Row Bicycles is the place to shop for your new tandem, bicycle built for 2. Machinery Row Bicycles, the most beautiful bicycle store in the world.
You got better things to do than clean out clogged gutters. Call Leaf Filter today and never clean out clogged gutters again.
Leaf Filter's technology keeps debris out of your gutters for good. Guaranteed. Call 833-LEAF-FILTER today or visit leaffilter.com. I have no idea what I'm doing. My dad has Parkinson's and we need more support. That's why I connected with a Grace. Now I have a partner to help me understand what to expect. Choose more support and less stress with a Grace. Authentic care and connection.
It's the back-to-school sale at Hy-Vee this Friday through Sunday. Uncrustables, just $2.48. Lunchables or P3, just 99 cents. Basket and bushel mandarins, just $2.99 for a 3-pound bag. Hy-Vee split top bread, just $1.28. Kraft singles, just $1.99. Hy-Vee cereal, just 99 cents. Save big during the back-to-school sale, in-store and online this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee.
New at 5, a woman is murdered on Madison's northeast side. Maddie Heimsch on the scene today. She has the latest developments from investigators, what you need to know.
At 5, we're tracking the chance for an isolated severe thunderstorm across parts of southern Wisconsin and your weekend forecast. All of that coming up at 5.
And ahead at 6, 3 Baraboo police officers are under investigation. We examine how drugs are playing a role. That's tonight at 6. Welcome back. A mystery, a comedy, and the world of fashion.
Those are among the recommendations Will Loper has this weekend for your streaming entertainment.
I'm suspended. I'm technically not even a detective anymore. They said I was consistently reckless, inappropriate, and glib.
Embark on a mystery with Bad Monkey, newly streaming on Apple TV+.
You want your job back? I've got something that the sheriff wants you to drive to Miami.
When did you learn Nick was missing?
I was in Paris. It was a birthday present from him. So were these.
Fancy.
You're like 10 grand.
Why are we whispering?
I don't know.
The series stars Vince Vaughn as a detective turned restaurant inspector who gets sucked into a world of crime and corruption.
You had a concussion.
I'm fine.
Please tell me you didn't drive here.
I don't think I did.
Hi, I'm Katie. Just got back into town and ready to act.
Did you prepare something?
I have something, yeah.
Katie Kim is our new jackpot winner. Happy hunting, L.A.
I definitely didn't get the part, so there's no need for the death stare. What is happening?
If you're looking for a laugh, check out Jackpot, newly streaming on Amazon Prime Video.
What is going on?
Katie, you won the lottery. And now anyone with a losing ticket that kills you before sundown gets her money.
Aquafina stars as a woman who wins the lottery and must fend off lottery hunters by hiring, well, who else? John Cena.
I need you to put this on.
I really thought that I could move on from them, but they both mean so much to me for different reasons.
And return to the world of fashion in France with a 4th season of Emily in Paris, streaming on Netflix.
That breakup is all over the internet.
You broadcast your entire life for public consumption, and now it's affecting my business.
Lily Collins returns as Emily Cooper, continuing to navigate love, fashion, and drama in the workplace. For Live at 4, I'm Will Loper.
Oh, I like all 3 choices.
Yeah,
we'll get
good.
a thing done.
Coming up, the latest trend in travel is hotels catering to wellness.
Spas are offering a lot more than just massages these days, especially at popular destinations. We'll visit some of them when Live at 4 continues.
The Agora Art Fair returns August 17th in Fitchburg, showcasing the work of over 100 area artists in a variety of mediums. Plus great live music, food, hop house, beer and wine garden, and fun for everyone. To learn more, visit agoraartfair.com.
I'm Vice President of the National Border Patrol Council. America needs a commander-in-chief who's tough on illegal immigration. Kamala Harris fails that test.
We're not going to treat people who are undocumented and cross the border as criminals. That's correct. That is correct.
Kamala was Biden's border czar. She supported sanctuary cities and taxpayer benefits for illegal immigrants. And she created the worst border crisis in American history. Kamala Harris is dangerous.
Preserve America PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Tens of millions of roofs across America are failing.
wearing out decades early and leaking, oftentimes without you knowing about it, causing tremendous damage. Here's how you know you have a problem with your roof. Black streaking, your roof looks rough, or granules shedding off into your gutters or showing up in your driveway. Your roof is wearing out too fast and it's going to cost you a bundle. RoofMax makes your roof like new by strengthening and rejuvenating it. So give us a call and we'll give you a free assessment to see if your roof qualifies.
Owning my own home is nice. You can just come home knowing that it's yours. It's a sense of pride, sense of ownership, and enjoying it with everyone I love and care for.
Make a lasting impact on local families in need. Please donate today.
Right now, we're running our 60-60-60 sale, so when you purchase your new concrete coating, you get a $60 Visa gift card plus either 60% off installation or 60-month no-interest financing. This is one of our best deals of the year, so visit our website or call the number for your new floor today.
I'm running to fight for an America where the economy works for working people, where you only have to work one job to pay the bills, and where hard work is rewarded, where reproductive rights are not just protected by the Constitution of the United States, but guaranteed in every state, because that's our America. And that's the America I believe in.
FFPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Hi there. Brad Beasley and my daughter Marlena here for Tundraland.
It's back to school time, and together we can help Wisconsin kids in need.
We call it Bath to Backpack.
With your help, Tundraland will donate one backpack filled with school supplies to a local student for every appointment this month.
And for a limited time, you get free installation, no payments for a full year, and free upgraded fixtures.
We all win.
Call 1-800-TUNDRALAND or go to tundraland.com today.
800-TUNDRALAND.com. The Agora Art Fair returns August 17th in Fitchburg, showcasing the work of over 100 area artists in a variety of mediums. Plus great live music, food, hop house, beer and wine garden, and fun for everyone. To learn more, visit agoraartfair.com.
Well, there it is, the house that Michael Jordan built, the United Center down in Chicago. 85 degrees right now in Chicago. That'll be our home next week as well as we bring you live extended coverage of the Democratic National Convention. You know, spas are offering a lot more than massages these days, especially those in popular destinations.
Many are focusing on overall wellness and new ways to help visitors relax and recharge. Brady and I spoke earlier with CBS correspondent Wendy Gillette, who showed us a few of them.
Susan and Brady, I'm at Hotel Balzac in the center of Paris, which just reopened in June after a major redesign. And inside the hotel, there is a Japanese-inspired spa. It has shiatsu, bamboo, and Japanese anti-aging treatments. Just a few examples of what you'll find on spa menus these days.
And what is the result?
Hand Okagbasev recently visited the Corinthia London Hotel's new London Regenerative Institute.
I just realized 1 year ago that I have no plan for how I will age, my longevity, my own health.
The Regenerative Institute is an addition to the hotel's Espa Life Spa, offering a more intensified approach to tackling aging with screenings and treatments like hyperbaric oxygen therapy.
In a spa like this, a decade ago, people came for a massage or a facial, but today they are looking for more result-oriented treatments.
More than 7,000 miles away, treatments in tune with the Hawaiian moon calendar anchor the offerings at the new $55 million open-air Kilolani Spa at Grand Wailea, a Waldorf Astoria resort on the island of Maui.
The Halo Pro rituals that are based on a 10-day celestial moon phase. Each one of them has a specific oil.
The Maldives, here in the Indian Ocean, is also increasingly becoming a destination for expanded wellness treatments, including here at Kagi Resort. At the resort's overwater spa, there's sound healing, waterside yoga, and a holistic approach to wellness and fitness. What it calls pure life.
Well-being and being well is body, it's mind, it's soul, and it's also your spirit.
Another Maldives resort, Vela Private Island, one of those we stayed at for a special rate, goes even deeper with its well-being center, offering osteopathic and Ayurvedic treatments, an alternative medicine with roots in India.
We are the only ones in Maldives to have osteopathy, and we are the only ones with the combination of Ayurveda and osteopathy together. Ayu means life, Veda means knowledge.
A wellness screening details a guest's current state and which treatments would be most effective for healing, including a 4-handed massage to double the relaxation.
Every resort in the Maldives is on a private island, so you can't just go there for a day visit, but you can book treatments at the Corinthia, Grand Wailea, and here at Hotel Balzac, even if you're not staying at the hotel. But look at this view. I don't want to leave here.
I wouldn't either.
No, this sounds like my absolute dream vacation. How big of a market is there for wellness tourism? Is it really huge?
Yeah, it's really big and it's growing. It is expected to generate around $1 trillion in revenues this year, according to the Global Wellness Institute. And going back to 2022 to 2027, it's expected to double in revenue.
Well, if you get sick of that room, Susan and I can take over.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We'll help you out. Thank you, Wendy. Great to see you.
Okay.
Well, the weekend is almost here. Alex Harrington is live in Mineral Point tonight, getting ready to get the weekend started with some music. Hi, Alex.
Hey, Susan. Hey, Southern Wisconsin. Mineral Point's annual Blues Festival starts in just about 2 hours. So it's the calm before the show that starts at 7 o'clock. You definitely want to tune in to our 5 o'clock newscast. We're going to talk to Justin O'Brien, who's going to tell us about the history of Blues Fest and how it came to be here in the lovely town of Mineral Point. We've been dodging a couple of showers here. I don't want that to stop people from coming down to Mineral Point because they will be dwindling as we move into the evening hours. Let's take a look at radar 3000 right now. Just a couple of sprinkles south and west of Mineral Point. They're coming down here in our tent, but it doesn't matter if it's raining. The show goes on, according to Nancy Lyon here in Mineral Point. Dane County right now is seeing quite a bit of shower and some isolated thunderstorm activity. We can't rule out a strong thunderstorm this evening, especially for Madison and points off towards the east, where our temperatures are a little bit warmer. The environment hasn't been eaten up by the cool showers and thunderstorms that have been occurring here over southwestern Wisconsin. Temperatures right now across the area are in the upper 70s to the lower 80s, 70s out here, 80s to these from Madison and points off to these where the showers and storms haven't hit just quite yet. Everything pushes to the east of Madison by the time we get to 8, 9 o'clock. And again, here in southwestern Wisconsin, conditions improving as we head towards that important 7 o'clock hour here in Mineral Point. There you see the cooler temperatures where we have had showers in southwestern Wisconsin, warmer Madison and points off towards the east with Janesville at 82. Planning the rest of the evening, showers and thunderstorms, but they end by the time we get to 7, 8 o'clock at night. An isolated strong storm, we can't rule that out, but it should be isolated. We're not expecting widespread severe weather this evening. Tomorrow will be at the Angora Art Fair in Fitchburg. A nice day for that, too. Just an isolated thunderstorm possible in southern Wisconsin. And following that isolated storm chance on Saturday, Sunday going out into next week, looking great. Live at 4 will return in just a few moments.
Join Dane County Humane Society for the epic rivalry, cat versus dog.
It's the best tailgate in town. Bark and Wine, September 21st. Reserve your place today.
Shop from the largest selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs in Wisconsin at Bergstrom Chevrolet. All with Bergstrom's negotiation-free upfront pricing, including our exclusive 7-day price protection and money-back guarantees. Stop in or shop and purchase at BergstromChevrolet.com.
Champion's Big Window Sale is back.
Do you have ugly, hard-to-open, drafty windows? Now is the best time to buy new Champion windows, because when you buy 2, you get 2 free. Buy 2 Champion windows, get 2 free? I guess that means if you buy 4, you get 4 free. Buy 6, get 6 free. Buy 10, get 10 free.
Hurry, Champion's Buy 2, Get 2 free sale is for a limited time.
Great job, everybody. Thanks.
Call 888-4CHAMPION or schedule your free in-home estimate online today.
MS-13 gang member here illegally, robbed a pregnant woman, then released, then executed a San Francisco family, another illegal, arrested, released, then killed this young boy with a sword, illegal immigrant, convicted, released, then violently fractured a woman's skull. Who released every one of them? Liberal DA Kamala Harris. The victim's blood is on her hands.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Join Dane County Humane Society for the epic rivalry, cat versus dog.
It's the best tailgate in town. Bark and Wine, September 21st. Reserve your place today.
New at 5, a woman is murdered on Madison's east side. Our Maddie Heimsch was on the scene. She joins us with the latest developments from investigators. Then Vice Presidential hopeful J.D. Vance back in Wisconsin, in Milwaukee. Find out what he had to say about Wisconsin law enforcement. Coming up next.
The most important part of my job is to make sure that our public, our community is safe, and also to educate the public on weather. We're the certified most accurate team in town for forecasting, so that forecast has to be ready when you walk in the door. Always first, always accurate.
Well, take a look at this. The Olympics are over, but there's one race this week, many eagerly awaited in Belgium. 200 participants are racing down the river in rafts, but the rafts have to be made using a bathtub. The racers all are hoping to cross the finish line without sinking.
It's an annual tradition that goes back to 1982. This organizer says it all started with a local shopkeeper who heard on the Italian radio that another shopkeeper had gone down the river in a bathtub in Italy. As the story goes, he was inspired to give it a go, bought a bunch of these bathtubs and handed them out to local shops to encourage businesses to join them. Everyone finishes a winner with awards given for beauty and originality. I don't know if that one was beautiful. We'll be right back, folks.
It's time for Good News, Madison.
The pedestrian mall is right here in the heart of downtown Madison on the 400, 500, 600 blocks of State Street. Over the course of the summer, we bring people down here to enjoy everything that's happening, events that are currently being planned. The public can check out flocktostate.com to see all of the events, and they're changing in real time from July all the way through October.
And that is Good News, Madison, brought to you by Don's Home Furniture.
At USA Insulation, we fix hot homes. Over 7 out of 10 homes are poorly insulated. Is yours? Here are some of the signs. Is your house too cold in the winter? Is it too hot in the summer? Does your furnace and AC run almost non-stop? Do you have different temperatures in different rooms? Are your energy bills too high? You don't need a new home. You need better insulation. And right now, when we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free.
USA Insulation.
After careful review of medical guidance and research on pain relief, my recommendation is simple. Every home should have Salon Paws. Powerful, yet non-addictive. Targeted and long-lasting. I recommend Salon Paws. It's good medicine.
Empire's quality and customer service were absolutely amazing. The installers were so conscientious. I have and I will continue to recommend Empire.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today. China Lights is back this fall at Berner Botanical Gardens in Milwaukee. This spectacular event has been leaving visitors awestruck for its magnificent array of over 40 huge lanterns. China Lights Year of the Dragon is simply amazing, with animals, entertainment, food, and an interactive zone. This event is for the whole family. China Lights opens September 13th and runs through October 27th. Buy your tickets now. The experience is breathtaking.
Before she was the most liberal U.S. senator, Kamala Harris was the liberal San Francisco prosecutor, the most progressive in all of California. She let an MS-13 gang member go, who then murdered a father and his 2 sons. She agreed to release another felon, who then committed murder. And Kamala even protected illegal alien drug dealers so they could escape deportation. Kamala Harris, a dangerous San Francisco liberal. Make America Great Again, Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
That'll do it for Live at 4 on this Friday afternoon. On Monday, we'll be live in Chicago. Eric and I and the whole gang with team coverage of the Democratic National Convention.
And next at 5, seizures. A young Arkansas boy overcoming seizures to chase his firefighting dreams. That story coming up next.
Thanks for watching Live at 4 with us this week. Thanks for your help today.
No problem.
I appreciate it. News 3 Now at 5 starts right after this. Have a good weekend.